Okay, this is the first ever test run of the Whitney Family Blog podcast. I'm sure we'll think of a better name for it eventually, but basically we're going to keep the lights down low for this one. We're actually on Nick and Holly's bed right now. This is where all the magic happens, and where this is where Owen and Nigel were made, basically. Well, not Owen, I guess. That was back in Hawaii. Anyway. Yeah, or Nigel. Ah, damn. Well, anyway, lots more kids to be made on this one, for sure. Definitely. But right now, we're just going to focus on the two that we have, one of whom has not slept for longer than an hour and a half or something at a time in the last 4 nights. So last night I took him from I was getting ready to go to bed at about 10:30, which is of course when he started crying, and instead of trying to let him cry it out for any period of time, we've been going like 10-minute intervals maybe before we go in and try and soothe him or whatever, but he can do that 10-minute interval stuff for hours. So last night I took the strategy of just trying to console him right away, or giving him a bottle, or gave him Tylenol. Several things actually, and none of them worked. And so I was ready, as I told my mom earlier today, I was ready to pull a Mike Whitney teapot incident right in our kitchen, which is a reference to
one of the 2 times your dad has actually gotten mad about something.
I'm sure he's gotten mad about something more than 2 times, but
That's true.
One of the 2 times growing up that Dad acted out in anger, which is where he took a teapot that he was washing. He was doing the dishes, to be fair, but the dog was barking, and obviously he had had a bad day, and then he yelled at the dog to be quiet, and Mom came home and yelled at Dad for yelling at the dog, and next thing you know, tea kettle all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Massive tea kettle explosion. Anyway, the point is, I was ready to do that last night when Holly came out and rescued me and sent me to bed, and then she took over. And then I woke up this morning and left the house with Holly basically just in tears from sleep deprivation. Just a wreck. So tonight is night 5. Nigel's been to the doctor. His ears are clear. Why am I the one doing all the talking? Holly doesn't have any clothes on right now, which is why we're keeping it dark. She's just in a
towel on.
She has a
Don't be ridiculous.
She has a towel on.
I'm a lady.
The nice thing for a podcast like this is that we have this baby monitor, this Nigel monitor, that is there you go. This Nigel monitor that has the little lights along the top, so when he starts making noise, you'll actually see this thing light up. So
floods the room with blood red light.
Actually, it was off
all night.
It was off because we don't need this to hear him anymore. He's loud enough that it goes across the house. We have Owen's door closed completely. We have a fan outside the boys' bedroom doors to make background noise. And
the dryer's going. The washing machine's going.
Is that for sound?
Well, and for laundry.
Okay, because I was going to say that's not going to last very long. Other than that, when you do something like this, when you do a podcast, you're supposed to have an idea of what you're going to say in advance. You're supposed to have an outline.
Oh, God.
We haven't done that. Holly didn't even know we were going to do this, actually. Which is probably why she showed up in a towel. Normally this place is just like
the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, Hefner's Hefner's house, except with just one Playboy bunny, basically.
And lots of little kids.
Yeah.
Kind of ruins the moment.
Loud, stinky little boys who don't sleep. But this is a substitute to our normal blog post because it's just
Impossible.
we just don't have the time to sit in the office and type.
And there's really very, very little good things I feel like saying right now because I'm so tired and so cranky. And to type written, to write words that are grouchy is a lot harder to do. Seems like there's evidence than to say them. So
You're still worried about one or both boys being taken away from us by CPS if someone reads the blog.
Right, yeah.
Which I'm not worried about. If someone from CPS had shown up at the door last night, if anyone had shown up at the door last night, even if they hadn't asked for a child, I would have given them Nigel.
Yeah. They would have brought him back, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
And they probably would have given us money to bring him back. They probably would have felt so bad for us that...
Could be a good way to turn a profit. Sell him on the black market, and then...
Have them pick him up at night.
And then charge more to take him back.
A return fee? Good idea.
Unless they see him during the day, though. During the day, geez, he's cute.
Delicious.
I guess he's like a...
Whitney?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Whitneys don't sleep ever.
No, what's that? He's like Gizmo. What's that movie from the 80s?
I don't know who Gizmo is.
Come on. From the 80s, the cute little fluffy thing during the day, but then at night, don't feed him at night because he turns into
Ewok?
a gremlin. Gremlins.
Oh.
He's a gremlin. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like his mama. The gremlin part at night, I guess. And it's 10 o'clock. I'm not sure why we're even awake right now.
Well, he stopped crying 7 minutes ago, so he's due to start crying again in 3 minutes. Now 2 minutes. So I think that's why we're awake. We're just...
Then maybe what we should do is just put the monitor in front of the baby monitor and let everybody experience a sampling of the prisoner of war camp that we're running